Hi, Bryan Brunk, Messiah College wrestling coach. Here with Andy Vogel, head coach of Gettysburg. We're going to show some stuff from a crossroad ride today. Crossroad ride is my favorite ride on top. I feel like I can really go a lot of different directions, and it's something I've been seeing more and more at the national level in college, where guys are scoring from here. So there's a lot of stuff I can do from my crossroad ride, but we're going to take 3 different directions today. I'm not going to go over everything. That would take too long, but I'm going to show you 3 different directions you can go. First thing that we want to do from a crossroad ride is, off the whistle, I'm going to turn my thumb with my fingers inside. My palm has to be on his elbow, everything else is inside. So that off the whistle, I'm going to set myself up to better beat him inside, right here. That's what I want to do. Off the whistle, I beat him inside, okay? And some people call this a claw ride. I apologize if you are unfamiliar with crossroad, but I call it a crossroad ride. Right here. Now look, this is an important element of the claw or crossroad. I am wrapped around his trap. I am not out on his shoulder. And I see guys being lazy, they can get to here. They just hang on here. This is not tight. Okay? I'm going to wrap my hand up around that trap, grip it, and then I'm going to pull my elbow back to me. Okay? Now I have some pressure. Okay? That's pretty tight. Right? Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get off my knees, and I'm going to continue to put some pressure up top. Okay? Now this is where I want it to be to start. Pressure on him with my back pressure, back in his back, tight around the neck, elbow pulling back into me. Okay? And now there's 3 different directions that I feel like I can go from here, and a lot of it's based on what my opponent does. The first thing I can do is, if my opponent thinks that he's in a position where he can wing down, and I'm getting out to the side here, tight, my opponent wants to wing down, I'm going to go with that momentum and take him all the way through. Now, let me point out something very critical. All 3 positions here, keeping my hips tight to his hips is very important. If I roll through, go ahead, and I don't keep my hips tight, he's going to sit out or hop over. Either way, I'm all of a sudden in a bad position. If, once I get to my claw, pull it in, he starts to wing down, I roll through, look, I pinch. My knees pinch around his bottom leg. That keeps my hips close to his hips, doesn't let him clear his hips. And then I'm going to take him all the way through, punching with this and using my other hand to either go on his belly, or if I can't get a good tight waist, I can even slide to his hip. I don't really care, as long as I'm pulling to bring him all the way through. Now my hips are tight because I pinch. When I get him off, to about this position, we're going pretty fast, so I have to anticipate. When I get him to about this position, I'm going to kick my top leg high, step over, and then in a tripod position. Tripod position, I'm going to drive my shoulder to his ear. Okay? That keeps him from rolling all the way through and make sure I get him backwards. So we're starting with the claw, and he wings down. Here. He's going to wing down. I'm going to take him through, kick high, tripod position, shoulder through the ear, try to keep him tight. Okay? One problem with me, especially with the roll through, that I find myself getting into is he will base out, playing his heels on the mat or his feet on the mat, and get some elevation, try to stick me on my back. If I get to here and he wings down, I don't get great momentum, but he starts to base out. Okay, I'm okay if I don't freak out. The thing I have to do, this foot here, I have to kick it out. Okay? If he keeps that foot planted, he can put me in a little danger. If my hips are tight and my claw is tight, I'm okay. I need to kick that foot out. Get tight. All right. Now that finish only really works if a guy wings down. It's hard to force him to go in that roll. Okay, so what I've run into is a couple different reactions from this man where he's not giving me the pressure I want, and how I have to make that, basically end up in that same position, okay? The first thing is, really, I'm having my way with the guy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up. He's not giving me any wing down pressure, okay? He's just kind of basing out, knowing that I want to drive him this way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up to my feet, and I'm going to drive in a circle to the side that I'm under his arm here. I'm going to drive in a circle. Okay? When I feel him break forward, and I've done a good job of breaking him down, I'm going to step over to the far side and sit. Okay? I catch his hips tight, I'm pinching. Catch his wrist if I can, and I'm just holding him here for a nice little tilt. Okay? This works well if he's broken into his face, or if he's broken all the way flat. Okay? Sometimes I'm going to end up in a claw from a lot of different positions. We show stuff off referee's position. Lots of ways I can end up here. But let's say off referee's position, I break him flat from there. Right here is a great time to step over, sit. Now look, this is another thing that might happen. If I step over and I sit and I miss the wrist, but I have a leg in, I'm going to let go of everything, grip on his head, and arch in. Okay? Right here, I am in great position. Okay? I'm going to catch my back points. And he's got two directions he can go. He can try to turn away from me. If he turns away from me, I'm coming up on top of the leg in. Or he can try to turn towards me. If he comes towards me, I'm going to keep this tight, and I'm going to put him on his face. Put him up on top of the leg in. Either way. Okay? So this is when I really feel like I'm overpowering the man. I'm going to try to get all the way to the other side. Okay, one more time. Here, claw position. I'm really overpowering the man. I'm going to step to the other side, sit through. This time I went straight to that headlock with a leg ride. Okay, I may go there, or I might stay right here with the wrist and just hold it for a tilt. Okay. All right. The last thing I want to go over with you is when a man is in pretty good position. I got a claw. He's not winging down, but I'm also not really breaking him flat. Okay. Right here, he's in good position. I feel like he's really doing a good job of keeping a solid base. All right. Instead of going to the opposite side or to the side that I'm on, I'm going to go straight back. Okay. This is how I'm going to do it. It's important that you follow the steps. The steps will keep you in good position. We're here, we're on our feet, we're driving, we don't have it. Okay, I'm going to put my right leg, right knee basically, in his tailbone. Right here. Okay, right knee right there, it's going to block him from following with his hips. I'm going to get in a bit of a squat position, and I'm going to straighten up. This hand is not tight waist, but it is gripping that hip hard. And then I am going to sit, step, and end up in a tripod. And when he's fighting you hard, you kind of use his momentum against him to take him in that direction. Okay? We're here. We're fighting it. He's in good position. I'm going to straighten him up. Sit through. Go into a tripod. Now, one little mistake some guys make is they go straight to their own back. I'm going in an angle. I'm turning. Okay, if I go straight back, here, again, I move his hips, I put myself in bad position. He's going to score. So I'm using that knee to block his hips and take him over the top of that. Here. Driving, plant, lift, tight. Drive that shoulder down, make sure you get your back points. There's 3 good directions you can go with a crossroad ride.